Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another video, and today is a pretty exciting day because we have the first ever unedited footage of Delta Force Hawk Ops. There is a decent amount of footage online from people who have been playing in the Chinese alpha test, which is currently going on, but I've gotten this stuff from Team Jade who are developing the game, so this is probably the highest quality stuff you're going to see here. So this being a Battlefield channel, I figured we'd take a look at this together and do a bit of a comparison. Let me know down in the comments, by the way, guys, if you would like me to upload some gameplay of Delta Force Hawk Ops completely uncommented so that you guys can hear the sound better and get a feel for how it is to actually play the game. Let me know down below. I have plenty of other footage. This is, of course, the Havoc Warfare mode, which is basically the Battlefield-like mode. Right now, it looks like we're playing something similar to Breakthrough, so you can see at the top there, there's a number of objectives. And straight away, I'm getting throwbacks to Battlefield 4, man, because he's coming in on an attack boat, and in classic Battlefield 4 fashion, he has, of course, stranded himself on the shoreline and all of his teammates, so this is now going to be just a mobile spawn point, I guess. So it looks like he's running the AKS-74U. What is this? Oh, this is the smoke drone, so I believe he's playing as the medic here. Yeah, looks like it. And in this game, instead of getting like a regular smoke grenade, you get this little UAV drone that you can send out. It actually seems pretty crazy because it sends like a smoke in a line, and I believe you can even control the direction that the drone's going. The gunplay actually seems pretty good so far. There is a lot of visual recoil. I feel like the gunplay is perhaps a little bit more akin to Call of Duty than it is Battlefield. There's definitely a hefty amount of visual recoil there, but you know, the weapons actually sound pretty meaty. The animations and the reloads and whatnot, they do seem to be pretty polished, so like that bodes well. Honestly, when I went into looking at this game, I didn't expect anything from it, so what I'm seeing at the moment doesn't look half bad. I'm not sure this game is exactly going to replace Battlefield or kill Battlefield. I mean, unless DICE and EA cock it up once again next year. But this looks like it could well be a game that could tide us over for maybe at least the remainder of this year, right? This is going to be pretty exciting to see here. So he's throwing down the ammo crate there. I mean, you can just see so many similarities to Battlefield here, right? He's, of course, got the healing pistol, let's call it, which is very similar to what Falk gets in Battlefield 2042. And there is a scoreboard. Check that out, guys. There's a scoreboard in the game, and it hasn't even gotten into the alpha test yet. At least not for Europe and US, so well done, Team Jade. You did the right thing. You put in a scoreboard. Although I have to say, I have looked at this scoreboard a little bit more in detail, and I can tell you guys, it shows you kills, it shows you assists, it shows you revives, I think, and then objective captures. But it doesn't show you deaths, which personally I am against. I know the community are somewhat split on that, but I would guess it's going to be something that would displease Battlefield players. So running up here to the A flag, like I said before, this is Breakthrough, so they're just trying to take this this A point here. I haven't watched really any of this footage yet, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope we're going to see some kind of vehicular action, because I know a lot of you guys here on the channel like your Battlefield vehicles, and I'm very interested to see exactly how they're going to work. But, you know, at the moment, the gunplay does not seem half bad. I think TTK seems pretty similar to 2042, maybe even a tad bit quicker, so depending on what you think of the TTK in 2042, that's either going to be a love or a hate thing there. He sent out the... Oh, wait a minute, what's he doing here? Is he going in an attack heli? Oh, baby. Okay, let's see how this thing looks. The AH-1035D, this is called. So it's straight away... He's got 16 pods here. Whoa, those seem really powerful. He's not even gone first person. I wonder if there even is a first-person mode, because so far, this looks very, very arcadey. I'd say this looks similar arcadiness to Call of Duty levels, if you've ever played Ground Zone. Sorry, is it called Ground Zone? Ground War Zone? I don't know, something like that. Whatever the mode is that has all the vehicles in there, I forget. But he's getting hit markers here with the pods. Oh my god, okay, you can apparently hit the ground and just not explode, so that's good to know. This guy's unfortunately not the best pilot, obviously, but he's getting hit markers here in third-person mode. If this was a Battlefield 2042 helicopter, even if you have the anti-infantry pods, I don't feel like that would be the case, so that leads me to believe that these are maybe like a little bit more lenient. And he's gone down there. That looks like to be an AA cannon. Does it show you where that AA cannon is? No? Okay, we're not going to get a heads up for the alpha test. By the way, guys, you can opt in for the alpha test. Like I said at the start of the video, the Chinese alpha test is ongoing at the moment. The European and the North American, I believe, alpha test is starting on the 18th of this month. Now, there is a technical alpha test that I believe is starting tomorrow on the 11th, but that's a very, like, small, limited pool of players that are taking place in that one. The alpha test for the majority of other people who are going to get in is on the 18th, and if you want to get in, there are a couple of ways you can do it. You can go to the Steam page, go and find Delta Force Hawk Ops. I will leave you guys a link down below if you want to go check the game out, wishlist it or anything like that, because that does help the devs. Not sponsored, by the way, in case you're wondering. But there should be a button there where you guys can opt into the alpha test. Also, if you go over to their official website, you can create an account there, and then you've got like an extra chance to get in. I'm not sure if I'm going to get in to the alpha test because I've seen a bit of ambiguity about which countries exactly are invited. It is in Europe, but it doesn't seem to be all of the countries in Europe, and I live in Iceland. So who the hell knows if I'm going to get in there, but if I do, I'm definitely going to be bringing you guys plenty of gameplay of this, and I'll be streaming it as well, of course. So he has gotten onto the B flag here. I'm not sure what all that text is there at the bottom of the screen. Is that supposed to be them, like, hacking into this server room or something? This is working exactly like in Battlefield, so you just stay on the cap zone here, and you can see they're capturing B1. He's going to get a revive on this guy here. No, he's just going to... Is he going to leave him? Go on, get him up. So that's a pretty quick revive. I'd say it's not quite as quick as Falk's there, but, you know, close to it. Oof. Absolutely nailed by that dude there. Oh, there's the QBZ-95. So all of the weapons in this game seem to have their real-life names, which is great because, honestly, Battlefield 2042 has sort of spoiled me for life. I get so many weapon names confused now, just because of playing that game. Oh, is he going to switch to assault here? Okay, so it looks like you've got the different class system, and then you've got a number of different loadout slots within that class, which is a great idea, because that means, you know, if you want to just switch your primary weapon, you can have 5, 6 different things kitted out and just switch between those on the fly. So this is a grenade launcher. Wow, that seems powerful. What has he got here? The M4A1. A classic. Like, I have to say, guys, watching this here with you, I do get Battlefield vibes. You know, I think this just looks good. Like, I don't know what it's going to feel like to play. Maybe the movement's not going to quite be there. Bear in mind, though, this is not a finished game, right? This is an alpha test. It remains to be seen what alpha test means for Team Jade, because, as we all know, sometimes games release an alpha or a beta, and it's pretty much just like a marketing version of the game, and then they release the proper version a month later, and it's almost exactly the same. For other games, an alpha actually is an alpha, and they're going to take feedback on board and change the game accordingly. So we can see him pinging here for a revive, so they've got that mechanic in the game. To be honest, I've seen pretty much almost every single mechanic that exists in Battlefield 2042 exists in this game as well. So, you know, for sure, I think it can't be avoided saying they've definitely ripped off Battlefield a lot here, but does that really bother me? I mean, if it's an interesting Battlefield-like experience, and maybe even a better experience than Battlefield 2042, then I say, who cares, right? We just want a fun game to play. Oof. Blow to the head there. Oh, and that was a nade. So he can see that player through a wall. I guess that is the recon class in this game, or at least one of the recon. I don't know if they're calling them specialists. That may be one thing that is a bit of a turn-off in this game. I've seen that in a lot of comments whenever I've made a video about this particular game. People say, I really don't like the look of the specialists, and I have to say, unfortunately, they have done that whole, you know, specialist kind of the gang, the squad walking into the map at the start of the round. They seem a little bit cliche, not quite as cliche as Battlefield 2042's. I haven't heard any weird voice lines that are just, you know, so far up the cringe meter it makes you want to die like we had in 2042. But nevertheless, I guess it's something that's a bit of a turn-off for Battlefield players these days. Okay, it looks like he's spawning deployment here. I can see you've got the 2 different deployments as well. So you can either choose to spawn on either one of those, or you can spawn down there on the flag. Still running the M4A1 here. So you can see on the V key, they've got this like triple explosive blaster that you guys will have probably seen in other gameplay here for this particular assault player. I think this guy is called Kai. There haven't been too many of the... I think they're called operators. There's not been too many of them revealed yet. I think there's one other dude called Veyron, who's also an assault, and he has slightly different gear. But this guy also has an exoskeleton that you can see is on his X key there, and that actually gives him like a boost of speed so he can run around faster, maybe even, you know, mantle faster and things like that. Oh, there's a tank in this map as well. Looks like he had a cooldown there on the attack heli, so he couldn't grab that one. I am very interested to see what the gunner seat looks like in the attack heli too, because it seemed like he was flying solo, pun intended, earlier on. So 4-man squads here as well. And looking down on the right, I think he's actually got a grenade launcher on the 5 key, and then he's also got the triple blaster. And there he goes using his exoskeleton to get that mobility boost or the movement speed boost. Let's see if he can get up this. Is he going to mantle up there quicker? I'm not sure if the mantle's actually any faster. Maybe ADS move speed as well is going to be faster, in which case this would be probably one of the best operators in the game. Gets a nice little double there. Well done. Obviously, this guy who's playing, I don't know if this is a dev, so I hope I'm not insulting him, but he's clearly not the best infantry or vehicle player. That guy was just camping on the side there, got absolutely paggered. Quick reminder, by the way, guys, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I am going to be covering this game a lot. If you're new here, I am predominantly a Battlefield channel, but with Battlefield 2042 coming to an end, and there being about a year's wait until the next game rolls around, I'm probably going to be getting into Delta Force Horde Ops a lot, because from what I'm seeing right now, it looks really, really good. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, make sure to sub up so you don't miss out on any of those videos. And also leave a like down below if you're enjoying the video, because that really does help a lot. Right now, the vibe that I'm getting from this is Battlefield mixed with Call of Duty, and there are certain elements in this game that feel more like they're on the side of Battlefield, like mechanics-wise. There's way more Battlefield mechanics here than Call of Duty-only mechanics. But I would say that gunplay-wise, it looks and reminds me much more of Call of Duty, not just the visual recoil, but also the recoil itself. The gun sounds even kind of remind me of COD. The hit markers remind me of COD. The hit notification sounds remind me of COD. Even the kill feed on the bottom of the screen there for the player sort of reminds me of COD 2. Well, that guy was totally spotted around the corner there. So I think, again, that's the recon player. Maybe there was just a random recon arrow there. That guy's also spotted, but that was also when he's dead again. So maybe whenever you die, you can just see the player that killed you through a wall. But I think it's more likely it's just a recon player with that arrow. The thing is, whenever one of these recon players fires an arrow, it seems like the entire team can see that person through the wall, not just the player themselves. So it's not like when you use Pike and it's only you who gets the wall hacks. Your entire team gets the wall hacks, like in Overwatch with Hanzo if you've played that game. But obviously here you've got like 32 versus 32. So this is 64 player, by the way, guys. It's not 128. Well, this particular game we're watching here may not be 64 players, but I do know that it can support 64 players in the Conquest type mode, which is probably not going to be called Conquest, but it is basically Conquest. So he's tearing around in this Jeep here, almost going out of bounds. There seems to be some sort of an APC or some sort of armor over there. And you can also notice that the soldiers in the back here can... Oh, they just ran over a landmine, I think. And down they go to the AT-4 launcher from Shepard, the engineer. But yeah, so the guys in the back there, you could tell they could pop in and out of the vehicle to open fire. So that begs the question, are they actually able to repair from within the vehicle and things like that? And now he's having another go in the attack helicopter here. This video is drawing to a close, so not sure if we're going to get to see any tank action, but I've got another 5 pieces of footage just like this. So again, guys, comment down below, let me know what you think of the video, let me know if you want to see more, because that's totally something that I can sort out for you guys. That's the egg. Oh my god, that thing is actually super powerful. I just noticed it there. It looked like it was on top of a green helipad. This guy is not really doing a great job keeping his distance and playing it safe, as we say, in the helicopter world. He just went balls to the wall and hope for the best. I'm also noticing down in the bottom, there's smoke on the X key, there's repair on the G key. I'm not quite sure what's on the V key. Maybe... Oh, here comes the gunner seat. Got a bit of a sexy chain gun here. Ooh, that actually seems really powerful. The range on it is quite good as well. There doesn't seem to be an incredible amount of spread in this game. It seems to mostly be visual recoil and or recoil. So I think if you're able to tame that, you're going to be very accurate at ranges. Maybe that's going to turn into some sort of a problem, but, you know, I'm not going to get too deep into that before I've even played the game. But yeah, man, this is looking pretty sweet, especially, like I say, if it really is just an alpha test and, you know, we are going to be getting significant updates to the game. Feedback is going to be taken on board and things are going to be changed before we get presumably like a beta test and then the full release of the game. Oh boy, here comes a tank rolling around the corner. Let's see if he's able to do any damage against this. Here he goes with a triple blaster. I think he missed there, didn't he? Somebody else hit him with it. And, oh yeah, so he does have the triple blaster and he's got a grenade launcher. I don't think that seemed to be particularly effective against the tank. And he got taken out by the engineer there, Shepard. So, GG's for him, I guess. And I'm assuming that is defeat there. Unfortunately, I can't read Chinese. So, we'll never know if they won or lost. Well, obviously they lost. But, cool, man. Like, this map as well looks pretty decent. It's obviously some sort of an oil refinery here. Kind of reminds me of, was it called Sabalon? Sabalon Pipeline from Battlefield 3. The snowy map there with the oil refinery. This end scene, though, big reminder of Battlefield 2042 Specialist. So, again, might be hit or miss. And here we can see the scoreboard with the kills, no deaths. So, again, something that might rub people the wrong way, but this is just an alpha, so they do still have time to act on it. Guys, leave me your thoughts down below. I am very excited to hear, as Battlefield players, or even if you don't play Battlefield and you're new here to the channel, what do you think of Delta Force? Are you guys going to jump into the alpha if you get the opportunity and give this game a look? It is going to be free to play, so whenever you guys get the opportunity to play the game, it's not going to cost you a penny, so I guess you may as well, right? Anyway, leave those down below. Let me know if you want to see more Delta Force Hawk Ops footage. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.